We've already spent some time graphing the parent function and identifying translations left and right, up and down. So here's our example, y equals 1 over x plus 4. So we need to figure out who is our parent function. Our parent function is the hyperbola, the reciprocal function. So y equals 1 over x. And I'm going to ignore that plus 4 for now. I'm going to just graph the parent function. So here's our t-chart for y equals 1 over x and our y. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Now let's go ahead and evaluate it. Get negative 1 half, negative 1. Remember, when you substitute 0 into this function, it makes this undefined. So you'll have an asymptote there. And then you'll get 1, and then 1 half. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and graph that parent function for you. I'm going to erase it a little bit. All right. So the domain and range of this function right now as the parent is all real numbers for x cannot be 0 for the domain, and then all real numbers except for y cannot be 0. So those are where your asymptotes occur. All right, now let's talk about this function. There is one transformation, that plus 4. I'm going to go back to our rules of transformations. If you have a plus k outside the function, what that does is it moves all of your ordered pairs and your asymptote, in this case your horizontal asymptote, up k units. In order to find those new ordered pairs, we're going to add k to all of our y values. So I'm going to erase this function here, and I'm going to think about my asymptote. My original asymptote for my parent was here. It's going to push this asymptote up 4 units. So when we describe it, it's going to be a vertical translation. Up 4 units. So this asymptote is now not at 0, but it's up at 4. All right, so let's write the rule. So we are not affecting the x-axis, the horizontal axis, so our x values are going to stay the same. Our y values are shifting up 4 units, so our rule is y plus 4. So here's our rule. So we're going to take all of these x values and not change them. So negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Now our y values, we're going to add 4 to all of these. All right, so negative 1 half plus 4 is 3.5. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. Undefined plus 4, this is where it's going to be undefined. And then 1 plus 4 is 5, and then 4 plus 1 half is 4.5. All right, let's go ahead and graph those ordered pairs. So I'm going to create that second asymptote. We did not move our graph left or right. So that asymptote from its parent will stay as it is. Now we'll graph our 4 ordered pairs and then create our curve. So our first ordered pair, negative 2, and then up 3.5. And then negative 1, up 3. So it's going to create that first 2 points, and then create your curve along your asymptotes. All right, this one was our vertical, our horizontal asymptote, and then our next point, over 1, up 5. And then over 2, up 4.5. So there's 2 points. Now I go ahead and create our curve. All right, now our domain and range for this function. The domain is where you have your asymptote at and where that restriction occurs. So the asymptote for the vertical asymptote is x cannot be 0. So we say for this function, all reals except x cannot be 0. Now for our range of values, it's where that asymptote occurs on the horizontal axis, or horizontal is y equals 4. So it's all real numbers except for y cannot be 4.